thought walking through the back streets would be fun. I'm absolutely lost. I'm currently in Treviso, in northern Italy. Been here for a few days on a city break, and now I'm heading back to the airport and my flight to Stansted. My flight departs from Marco Polo Airport in Venice, so I have to get there. So I'll take the train to Venice, have a walk around the bus station and watch the boats on the canal before heading up to the airport. And as I'm going to Venice, it's quite fitting actually that I'm walking on the old Treviso-Venice road. This is the old road that linked Treviso to Venice in medieval times. And the wooden bridge I'm standing on, well, that's long since disappeared, and this little wooden bridge in its place. And just ahead of me is the Altinia Porte, one of the old entrance gates into the city of Treviso that was constructed around the year 1515. It's really rather pleasant. So I just walk through the archway here. The gateway underwent renovation around the 1880s and later in the 1950s. It's really quite nice walking through here. I do like entrance gates to old medieval cities. That one was quite interesting, walking through there. But just up ahead is the railway station. So let's catch my train to Venice. There's a lot of building work going on here. I guess it's to do with the new station that they've built. But there's no real effort just to walk around. I'm sure it'd be worth it in the end for the residents of Treviso. But just up ahead here is the railway station. So let's catch my train to Venice. And I arrived in Venice. 40 minutes on the train. I do love Italian trains. They run on time, they're clean, they're efficient, and they're affordable as well. €3.80 for a 40-minute journey. What's that in pounds? Pounds, but what? £3? £3.45. I'll put the correct conversion on the screen. But it's lovely, and the sun is shining here in Venice. Absolutely beautiful. See all the boats on the canal. Before I do anything, I need to find out the times of the buses to the airport. I don't want to be stranded in Venice and miss my flight. I do have an option of taking the train to Mestre, Venezia Mestre, and catching the bus from there, the bus number 25. That's the bus I caught from Marco Polo Airport when I went up to Treviso a few days ago. So I just walked down here to the bus station and check out the times of the buses. that's my bus ticket sorted out. €10 for a single ticket to Marco Polo Airport, which is what I was expecting to pay. And the bus leaves every 15 minutes. So shouldn't have any problems catching a bus around 2 o'clock for around about a 30-minute journey up to the airport. Which means I've got a couple of hours to spend here in Venice. Not sure what I'm going to do. Probably watching the boats on the canals. But we'll find something to do. But I think the priority now is to grab some breakfast. Because I haven't eaten this morning. It's starting to feel a bit peckish. Mind you, I'll try and find a nice restaurant for lunch as well. So just see what I can discover here in Venice. I've got no plans for today. Just going to wander around and find something interesting to look at. Tiny back streets. They're very, very busy. I guess this is the main walkway through to the Rialto Bridge and down to St Mark's Square. Most people take a water boat, vaporetto, or a gondola, and travel there by water. I did the other day, but it's quite nice just walking through these little back streets. I just love looking at the architecture here. Really is wonderful. Walk around a lot of medieval back streets in the towns and cities that I visit on the course of my travels. These take it to a new level. You can see a sign on the wall which says to San Marco and Rialto. So this is obviously the main thoroughfare which leads down to those popular tourist attractions. And I was down there myself just the other day, and considering we're out of season here in Venice, it was very, very busy. But let's take a little walk further on and just see where these back streets take me. I thought walking through the back streets would be fun. I'm absolutely lost. Every other shop seems to be a tourist shop, selling everything that they can think of, with the word Venezia written on it. Did find a little cafe, and I stopped for some much needed coffee and a focaccia with prosciutto and formaggio, rather tasty. There was a cat looking in the window as well, so I do like cats. They do know the best places, and he certainly picked one out for me today. I think he must be the owner's cat. He was drawing as much attention as the croissants in the window. Hopefully, walk down this little back street here, go down these steps, the Basilica Santa Maria. So I'm going to have a little look at that and think about finding somewhere for lunch and catch my bus to the airport. The architecture around here really is absolutely amazing. These streets haven't changed in hundreds of years. Unlike modern towns and cities which still retain one or two medieval back streets, Venice is just unspoilt and unchanged. The only thing that spoils Venice is the level of tourists. We're completely out of season here, just a few days before Christmas. But there are tour groups absolutely everywhere. And they're all trying to see the same things at the same time. Dear oh dear. But I've reached the Basilica Santa Maria. Wow, what a beautiful building it is. Wow, what a fantastic church it was inside. Church of Santa Maria Gloriosa de Frari. Absolutely incredible. €5 entrance fee, and that was €5 well spent because the internal architecture was absolutely incredible. And some of the paintings, the wall murals above the altars, well, some of them were painted by Titian, famous Italian painter who died in 1576, and he's actually buried in there as well. His tomb is the most incredible I think I've ever seen anywhere. It rivals that of monarchs and the great memorials to kings and queens in cathedrals and abbeys around Europe. Absolutely incredible. But that wasn't the most incredible monument in there, because there was a monument to Antonio Canova, who was born in Venice in 1757, died here in 1822, and he became Europe's most celebrated neoclassical sculptor. And he's buried in there as well. Two great men, two giants in their field, buried opposite each other. And it's interesting that Titian's memorial in there, memorial stonework, was actually created by Antonio Canova. Unbelievable in there, just to see these tombs. Absolutely blown away by the internal architecture in there, and some of the other monuments were just absolutely incredible to see. You're hard pushed to find monuments like that in museums, but churches offer so much more than just religious services. They are a window into our past, and the history and the people connected with them is absolutely, it's beyond incredible. It really is. This is far more interesting than the Basilica in St. Mark's Square that I visited the other day. Absolutely just lost for words at the splendour of the internal architecture. But let's head on and see what else we can discover here in Venice before I have to catch my bus to the airport. when I woke up this morning, I had no real plans for today. I thought, should I spend it in Treviso, have another look around, or maybe come to Venice? Didn't set out to make a video today, but I'm so pleased that I did. Seeing the church and those fantastic memorials was just absolutely brilliant. It was just so worthwhile coming here, walking through the back streets, looking at all the shops and the fantastic architecture here in Venice. And I end up in this little park. I just love walking through parks. And this one is really lovely. It's nice to find some greenery. There is, I was beginning to wonder whether there was some in Venice, but there is this little park here. So I'm finishing on a high because I just love walking through parks. And I've walked through so many back streets, concreted back streets, and through and past along so many canals today. It's lovely to walk in some greenery. But this is where I end this video and my final one in this series. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you for another adventure very soon from somewhere else.